Oh shit, dude. They got The Last of Us early access. I can finally see what the hype is about.
The first of these traitors was Aegean the Hecatoncles.
Hecatoncles. I know him because of SMT.
When the brute pledged a blood
Which
oath
is like
to
the most
Zeus,
pathetic reason to know a
unregulated
major
trade
mythical
between the
character.
gods.
It's like if you know the Chimera, but only because of Mission Impossible 2.
You are a worthless mortal!
This lady keeps using mortal as an insult. I'm gonna remember that for later, when I can use her own mortality as an insult. I mean, it's a God of War game. No one's really immortal. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Don't crush it. Oh, come on, man. How are you gonna run a prison effectively if you keep destroying parts of it? You guys suck at running a prison. This is going on your performance report. You dumb bitch. I'm gonna drop a building on you. I was really hoping that would kill him. I'm running out of buildings to drop.
You have caused me pain for the last time, Spartan.
That's probably not true. I'd like to issue a correction. She was 100% wrong. Nice cut, Kratos. I like to think that in another universe, where you weren't a genocidal maniac, you could have had a lucrative career in a trauma-centered game. If I saw someone do that to my friend, I would probably stop fighting and leave. He probably wasn't a good enough friend to risk going through that. Can't go through there. Guess I'll have to sidle. You know, video games feature a lot of sidling, but I don't think I've ever had to sidle in real life. I've lived a sad, sidleless life. I don't have a joke to make. I just like the word sidle. I've seen a lot of words that are barely words, but that's the bareliest word that I've ever seen. Pulled right out of Undertale's crossword search. Go away. Go away. Go away. I'm just gonna keep throwing you until you fully go away. Hey, it's the Chimera. From Mission Impossible 2. Man, I kinda dropped the ball by using my city escape joke earlier. I didn't think I'd be doing these sections so often. I should have waited.
My brothers, they need food and rest.
You have not been asked to speak!
I don't know, man. Maybe your staff are having trouble because you keep killing them. That's not great for morale. No pizza party is gonna offset the murder.
You!
If you search for truth, the souls of Hades will aid your quest.
Oh, of course. The 4 elements. Fire, ice, lightning, and purple. Oh my god, Quado. I love Total Recall. I'm gonna rip that little bitch right off of you, I'm sure of it. Okay, mid-air transplant. Let's do it. Let's go. We're basket casing this bitch. Somebody give Henenlotter his royalty check. That's funny. They totally knew what they were doing with that. There's something so funny about giving Kratos the power to rewind and speed up time in the first game chronologically. Like, man, there's so much we could avoid if Kratos just held on to this.
To make you beholden only to him, Ares and my mothers devised 3 blood tasks.
Personally, I would never agree to something that requires me to do a blood task. Let alone 3. or any other bodily fluids task. In fact, you know what? I'm kind of lazy in general. Just don't ask me to do tasks. I guess it's not really a problem that the Furies were destroying the prison earlier, because I'm just fixing it for them anyway. Now I'll never run out of buildings to drop on them. Thank you. That was really cool. I loved that. I like using the purple blades because the light heavy combo summons a big slappy hand. And for a split second, it's like I'm playing Bayonetta and not a C-tier God of War game. You know what? I'm bringing out the lightning. Just like Nikola Tesla taught me. Why did this statue need so many gears in it? Can't you guys just make a statue? It doesn't need to be a secret mecha or a Halloween 3 robot. Just a simple big statue. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the Statue of Liberty isn't full of gears. Although the French made her, so who knows what nefarious shit is secretly inside that. I mean, what was the point of this room? Oh, you're making a statue to Apollo? Don't forget the flame room. Essential to all statues. Oh, the game's stuck a little. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Somehow, I don't think that's what's supposed to happen. I was too supportive and the game killed me for it. Not now, PlayStation Plus. Please. Maybe it wasn't the best decision to play a reaction-based action game through streaming. But what else am I gonna do? Bring my PS3 out of retirement like some kind of amateur? Pour one out. It's a real shame because, in his regular life, he was a principled individual. That was a grade 8 level science joke. Shouts out to science. Thank you, PS5. I love when a console reminds you that you could be playing a better game, but aren't. Like, I have to play this before I get to Ragnarok. Don't judge and tease me, please.
Then she showed me the truth. That the god of war would bring down the very walls of Olympus.
This game's plot is so dumb. Like, don't retcon it so that Ares had this big plan to overthrow the gods. He's way better as a sort of jobber god who screwed over Kratos just to be a dick. We don't need more reason to hate Ares. I call this move the Comet Convention because I'm bringing out a bunch of disgusting, smelly arms that are gonna do nothing but grab and harass women. I don't understand why we keep jumping back and forth in time. Was there a meeting where the designers said, "Oh, the pacing of this game makes too much sense. We should jumble this bitch like a Rubik's Cube"? Did David Cage write this game? Ah, shit, it's that scary guy from Shadow of the Colossus. Where's aggro when you need him? You know, I didn't really like the whole fight two bosses at the same time bit earlier. Definitely don't like it now. Feels like there's way too much going on screen right now.
They were not there by chance, Kratos.
Mortal. I don't know if I said that with enough vitriol, but that was a callback from earlier. She called me mortal. I killed her, called her mortal. I don't even know if she called me mortal. I don't really care anymore. I'm just happy that I'm done the game. That game is just kind of okay. It feels largely unnecessary from a story standpoint, and I much prefer the combat of 1 and 2, where your attacks have a real feeling of weight to them. It just felt kind of loose in this game, and like you weren't really staggering enemies. It didn't feel satisfying at all. I like all the time reversal and Shadow Kratos puzzles, but otherwise, it feels like a kind of empty game. Might be a reason that people don't really talk about this.
Kratos had been called upon by the gods to confront an unthinkable evil
Boats.
unleashed on the city of Athens.
Okay, interrupting me in the middle of a tutorial is both a dick move and a really cool moment. Crazy how small Kratos is to some characters in these games. Because Kratos is giant. There's got to be something in the water in this universe. Because the God of War games, they're full of some husky giant boys. Large suns, good at large sun work, like farming and banjo playing and boulder pushing. You know, large sun work. Ah shit, they gave me a stand. This is just what Kratos needed. Sir, have you heard of this new invention? It's called personal space, and I think it's gonna be big. Crazy how this dinky little PSP game feels better and more natural to play than Ascension, the AAA money sink that came out on the PS3.
And as Kratos approached the temple, it became clear that the task ahead was more than he could have ever imagined.
This game is like 5 hours long max. There's no way that's true. After seeing 18 of their closest friends getting cut in half the same way, you'd think that they'd start guarding their stomachs.
Morpheus grew ever stronger as his harbingers of darkness continued their relentless march.
I know absolutely nothing about Morpheus as a mythological figure, so every time they bring him up, I only picture Lawrence Fishburne. If Gorgon eyes and Phoenix feathers permanently bring your health up, then Kratos should just go and kill every single Gorgon and Phoenix until he's the strongest man in all of Greece. Usually taking some time to improve yourself means going to therapy, but no, I think Kratos should try to become fully invincible via genocide. Okay, take your time. Now I'm gonna get you. Now I'm gonna get you. Man, they still haven't learned. See, the nice thing about God of War's combat system is that you could do this crazy, cool, elaborate combo of moves to get rid of your enemies. Or, you could press L1 and square over and over and over until everything's dead. As a lazy person, I prefer the latter. You see this shit? I'm walking on sunshine. Someone get Katrina and the Hurricanes on the phone. They've got some royalties to collect. Also, that's definitely not what that band was called. I feel like Kratos should come up with a better escape route than just hurling himself through the air and hoping he can land somewhere advantageous. Might I suggest investing in a Greek parachute? So, no head? Wow, 2 Cyclops. It's like together you have the visual abilities of one regular human. Everyone always uses a river of blood as a horror motif. But you know what? I think that a river of literally any other bodily fluid is infinitely worse.
Be gone. It is not yet your time, mortal.
Listen, man, I just want you to know that things didn't work out amazingly the last time I was called mortal. So you may be digging your own grave. I don't control it, Kratos does.
You chose your
Well, now you're definitely gonna get it. I'll be back for you for sure. Man, I can't believe they have Bruce Willis chained up down here. Actually, that's mean. Let's think of another. Man, I can't believe they have Dean Norris chained up down here. Thank you, camera. I don't think you needed to zoom out that much to convince me that it was a long chain.
You underestimate me, Charon. This time I will not be so merciful.
I was being merciful the first time? Why'd I pick then to try out that emotion? Stick around, Charon. Oh, he's not dead yet. Sick. Now I have time to think of a better one-liner. Well, there's not really anything clever to say about that. I guess I could say he's half the man that he used to be, but that doesn't really relate to the fact that blunt force trauma to the face is what killed him. I thought we were gearing up for a big final boss fight, but this is just a tree that steals your upgrades. Like the opposite of the giving tree. Ah yes, the classic child abandonment QuickTime event. I didn't know that Elon Musk was a God of War fan. Man, they waited no time before giving all the upgrades back. Can you imagine if Death stole all your shit in Symphony of the Night and then gave it back like 4 screens later? You'd think that was a weird decision. Man, I just know that somebody played Ocarina of Time before creating this boss fight. That game's pretty good. Not amazing, but pretty good considering it was a handheld God of War game. Unfortunately, it's not as good as the PS2 games, and the entire time I was playing it, I was sort of thinking in the back of my head, man, I wish I was playing the PS2 games instead.
He has again served us well, Athena.
He is a remarkable mortal.
He is weak. Shall we help him?
Oh, so that's why I didn't have all those items in the future games. Not because that tree stole all my upgrades, but because people stole them while I was sleeping. Of course, that makes so much more sense. Kratos is a hyper-capable, god-killing machine who has literally gone to hell and back. But God forbid he walk too fast on a balance beam, or he'll slip and fall on his neck like a failed gymnast with greased feet. From a game approach, I can understand why that chest is there, but it doesn't seem really practical from an actual ship approach. Though what do I know, my only experience with boats like this is the one they have birthday parties on in West Edmonton Mall. Oh hell yeah. Gorgonize. This will really help me because someone just up and stole them off me at the end of the last game while I was sleeping. And I'm not sure how you steal a sacrifice, but frankly I don't want to know. Can't blow me off the mast if I block, idiot. This gameplay mechanic disregards physics and you can't do shit about it.
Complete this final task, and the past that consumes you will be forgiven. Have faith, Kratos. The gods do not forget those who come to their aid.
Wasn't the last game kind of about how the gods do forget about those who come to their aid, though? I love that Kratos opens up this combo with a nut shot. Like, he's done some pretty heinous stuff, but for some reason that's the move that feels too far for me.
Go with the gods, Kratos. Go forth, in the name of Olympus.
Thanks, Zardoz. No, that's a John Borman movie with Sean Connery in a thong. What was the guy from Power Rangers called? Zardel? Zadley? All these houses have second floors but no stairs to get there. How are people supposed to get up there? Or maybe they're all just for show, to fool Ares into thinking that he's doing more destruction than he actually is. It's like the end of Blazing Saddles. Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I was trying to attack the Cyclops. Well, whatever. It wasn't the first innocent that Kratos killed, and it definitely won't be the last. Can you guys please run somewhere else? It's like you're asking for it.
I know who you are. I know what you've done. Monster.
Wait.
I also put the sun back in the sky and stopped a Titan uprising. How come no one ever talks about that shit?
Go, go, go!
Well, that solves that problem.
Go forth in the name of Olympus.
Thanks, Zordon. Yeah, I cheated and went to Google for that. What are you gonna do? Call the cops and say that a Z-tier YouTuber forgot the dub name of a tokusatsu show? Grow up. Fall off your horse. Now that's what I call a switch hitter. Because I hit the guy on the switch. It's a good joke in concept. Maybe not entirely in execution, but whatever. What do you think I'm doing, man? You think I'm just pushing all this shit around? Doing puzzles just for my health? Why are there so many monsters in the sewers? And what happens if you want to do maintenance down here? You gotta assemble an entire army every time something clogs? Because the Minotaur is just hanging out down here with 3 of his closest identical friends?
Only they can guide you to Kronos, the Titan.
A Titan lives?
Kronos is the last. Zeus has commanded him to wander the desert endlessly.
So obviously they couldn't foresee that they would make future games when they wrote this. But Athena, you know that there are Titans in Tartarus. And Kratos, you literally met him last game. Yeah, I love just wandering around blindly trying to find enemies to kill before I can progress. Like trying to find your white friends in a blizzard before you can get to the hockey game. Nice horn. Y'all mind if I give this shit a little toot?
So, you think
Whoa,
you
Giancarlo
conquer the Temple of the
Esposito.
Gods, do you?
Love your work. You were great in Miami Vice. Kratos, no, you're not a god yet. You're not immune to rope burn. Now, I've never climbed a chain, but I have to assume that this would hurt more than the rope. So, no head? What an adorable puppy. I'm gonna have to murder it horribly, aren't I? I am suddenly less conscious about murdering the puppy. Take notes, buddy. I'm gonna do it to you too. I never really thought about it until now, but this entire temple is on Kronos' back. So he's carrying around an entire-ass water puzzle. And he's somehow not moving enough for the water to move around. That's real care and attention. Thanks, Kronos. Rest in peace, Kratos. Gods themselves couldn't kill him, but bad platforming could. Come on. Come on. I was so close. I blame Jerry Lewis for this. That's a joke for like 4 people. Why don't I just say I blame Barbara Stanwyck for this too? Actually, was she in Ball of Fire? My heart goes out to anyone bad at doing half-circle inputs. This fight was not designed with love in its heart for you. I can't afford to miss this shot. You might say there's too much at stake. It was either that or stick around, and I'm pretty sure I used that in the last game. I don't know about you guys, but the Cliffs of Madness sounds lovely. Think I'll book my honeymoon there, though I've heard it's really unfriendly to tourists. You guys ever feel like the gods just kind of gave up with some of these puzzles? Like, this is a puzzle for toddlers that they just made vertical. What god is phoning in all these puzzles? Come on, Kratos. You can do it. Ladders are hard. I get it. And there we go. That's the worst room in the entire game. Maybe the entire series. If they gave you a couple seconds more, it wouldn't be that bad, but as is, that room is way too unforgiving. Unfortunately, I have already used my one and only joke for this scenario.
You will rot in the depths of Hades for all eternity.
God damn. Say what you will about Ares, but that's a pretty phenomenal throw. Should have become the god of baseball. Who really gives a shit about war anyway? Finally. I hate that section of the game. There's a part 2. I was so close. Why, game? Why? Always great to replay a game that you liked and realize, man, maybe I don't actually like it as much as I thought I did. Oh. I'm back here.
Ah, Kratos. And
Thanks,
now a
Ares.
moment to
Killing me
see.
actually got me
I
to you
only
faster
finished
than it
leaving
would
just
have
a moment
if I
ago.
just went by myself.
Is this the best you can do, Father? You send a broken mortal to defeat me, the god of war?
People keep calling me mortal and it never works out for them. Who would win in a fight? One Kratos or infinite Kratos? The answer may surprise you. What the hell? I don't think this is supposed to happen. Don't mind me, Ares, just gonna go for a swim. Lovely night for a dip, don't you think? Well, we're here. Let's see how high we can go. Oh, we've hit space. And eventually Kratos stopped thinking. What an epic and dramatic end to this game. It's still a very good game. Definitely shows its age in a few places, but the quality's high enough that you can kind of overlook those problems. It's not God of War 2, but it is pretty damn good. If I had $1 for every God of War game that started with a water-themed boss, I'd have $3. Which isn't a lot, but there's only 7 games, so it's more than you'd think. Hey now, I'm already in the middle of a fight. You gotta wait your turn, buddy. Back of the line. Thank you. Now back to this. I really like God of War's interpretation of Atlantis as a rainy, wet, kind of depressing place. I didn't know that Atlantis was in British Columbia. Oh no, is my mom turning into a monster? Damn. I've heard of a face that only a mother can love, but what do you do when that applies to your own mom? You give me that gear. Now that's what I call the gears of war. That joke might work better if I remembered at all what Gears of War was about, but I really don't, so that's the joke you're getting. Take it up with my branch manager, man. I don't know. File an official complaint. I don't give a shit. You can't fire me for being not funny. You know, I always thought that it was weird that Kratos had no hair on his chest. But maybe it's all come off from all the sidling he does. It's just rubbed it all off naturally. In the eternal words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, screw you. I might not have the same inflections or accent that he did, so some of the point may be lost, but and that's the second Total Recall reference in a God of War game that we've played, actually. Look at those guys. Just hanging on the rope, waiting for me like chumps. What if I just never got on the rope? What if I deny your rope combat forever? Wow, what a move. I didn't know that Kratos worked for Dr. Oz. Did she just freeze the other Gorgon with her own beam? Be careful, girl, you got friendly fire on. Don't just throw that around. You're doing more harm than I am. The nice thing about going through this in the middle of a natural disaster is that it doesn't really matter how much of the city I destroy. Because who's gonna know? Who destroyed the temple? Oh, it was Volcano. Who killed all those dogs? Volcano. Why do all these soldiers have stab holes? Oh, it was the Volcano.
Spartan warrior never lets his back hit the ground.
Except for when they were having gay sex. Because the Spartans loved that shit. And honestly, who could blame them? Good for them. Oh, hell yeah. Teleporting enemies. That's just what I wanted. Any invisible enemies you want to throw at me while we're at it? The Volcano did it. You guys picked a shitty place to hang out. Because a magic refill means I can just burn through all my current magic with no consequences. There's no such thing as overkill in this game. Man, enemies in this game just love killing all their friends. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my brain. Oh no. Quick, dodge the giant bird's evil fart gas attacks. This is way too calm and mundane. Something terrible is gonna happen to all these people, right? That is so clearly Ares and Athena. Who are they trying to fool? They even said her name, man.
You will never catch me!
Those are bold words from a guy who's about to get caught.
I'm warning you!
How's the door taste, shitheel? In Chain of Olympus, we got the Abandon Your Daughter QTE. In God of War, we got the Hug Your Wife QTE. And now we have the Fastball Special The Child QTE. What will they think of next?
Don't you see? Everything I touch. Gold.
I think I will use you to tank the global economy. Midas, I don't want to alarm you, but there's a glory kill prompt on your head, and I'm gonna press it. In death as he was in life. A stone gold bitch. Despite the fuss that I made when you first showed up, I actually forgot that you teleported. That's my bad.
Your brother was a threat to Olympus, Kratos. What was done had to be done.
Athena, you have no idea what a threat to Olympus looks like. But wait a couple games and, you'll see. Nice aim, man. Good move. Never has a game's enemies loved friendly fire more. I feel like that was unnecessary. I mean, that guy wasn't even doing anything. He was just hanging out. Maybe Kratos really is a dick. Get over here. I hate birds. I'm getting revenge for Tippy Hedren. I'm speedrunning you to the top of the endangered animals list. I feel like if we just sat down like normal people and explained the chain of events that led up to all this, we wouldn't have to fight. Unfortunately, Kratos is the god of war, not the god of communication or therapy or healthy familial bonds, you know? He could have been the god of so many things, and he chose war.
A Spartan never lets his back hit the ground. Right, brother?
I don't know, my back hit the ground pretty hard when you pushed me off the roof a couple minutes ago. I'm not gonna forget about that, by the way. Oh, hell yeah. Extended brother combos? This is just what God of War needed. I'm not even being facetious, I love this. You can just pull it out when you get stabbed like that? Shit, I gotta remember that for the next game.
By the gods, what have I become?
Death, the destroyer of worlds.
That's not even a Greek thing. That's from the Bhagavad Gita, right? Know your mythologies, you gross old man. That game is okay. It's kind of boring up until the final battle, which I actually really liked, because it does something fun and new by bringing in a third party. But so much of it feels like filler. Like, they had to make a God of War game for the PSP, but knew that they couldn't do anything crazy so that the console-only crowd could keep up with the story. It just feels like a skippable game. I'd never played the PSP games before, and I really don't feel like I was missing out now. But I've played them now, and I never have to again. So at least there's that. We really don't build enough giant statues anymore, and I'm convinced it's because people are afraid they're gonna come to life. Walking down the street, piloted by a Nintendo controller, and a bunch of angry slime like Ghostbusters 2. Harryhausen and Leone ruined it for everyone. We gotta get back to making monuments to the beauty of man, bro. We gotta make some big fellas. Some boys. Some rotund lads. You know, Kratos, it's still not too late to invest in that parachute.
Do you see, gods of Olympus? Do you need more proof than this?
That's what happens, man. You talk shit, you get hit. No channel has better evidence than mine. The video game gods will continue to punish me for my hubris, and I will never learn. And that's the whole bit. I'm like Sisyphus if he was Canadian and more annoying. We're still good. Thanatos walked this off and he was a little bitch. So I'll probably be fine. If only there were some item that Kratos had a couple games ago that could rewind time. Wouldn't that be convenient? Damn, he's got a twinkle in his eye. Like a actual physical twinkle. Usually that's a metaphor and would be admirable, but in this game I'm probably gonna pull his eye out. Wow, that's way worse. Oh, of course. That's where I put that. I've heard of being bow-legged. I've never heard of being bow-eyed before. Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you're the newest entrant on the no-fly list. Lachesis? I love the Fortune Arcana. Now, I'm doing that thing again, where I only know famous mythological figures because of SMT again. That series doesn't exist. You know this from being smart, and not from being the loser who 100%ed the compendium.
You no longer possess the powers of a god, Kratos. I doubt you're capable of killing me.
You probably shouldn't say that. I'd hate to prove you wrong.
Let me pass.
Yeah, you kind of asked for that one, buddy. Oh, he's still kicking. That may have been overkill, but I couldn't let him prove me wrong. I feel like you can think of the joke that I would make here if I hadn't made it in every other God of War video.
No.
Is that the ship captain from the first game? Man, do the gods have it out for you, my friend. Coincidentally, so do I. I don't know how to explain it, but every PS3 gen God of War ripoff felt like it took particular inspiration from this area. Lords of Shadow, Dante's Inferno. Just walking through here makes me think of those games. Which would make me the only person on Earth to have thought about those games in some time. If I was the God of War, I'd just do this shit all day. Zeus screwed me over? That sounds like his problem. I'll be in the bogs, spinning like a drunkard operating a tilt-a-whirl. I don't trust that suspicious pile of rocks that surely isn't some type of rock monster. Oh, how'd I know? What do you have in your mouth? A golden fleece. You can't leave your dog alone around anything. Oh yeah, summoner enemies. Exactly what I wanted. Everyone's favorite enemy type, right next to teleporting and invisible enemies.
Although I hardly think a Harpy's fool such as yourself deserves such praise.
I shouldn't have said anything. I got too snarky, so the game gave me an invisible boss fight. For the crimes of being an invisible enemy, you must pay dearly. Hang around, buddy.
Perhaps the sisters have sent you to help me. I realize now.
I'm so sorry, Icarus. I really should have saved my no-fly list joke for you. How about this one? Have a nice fall. It's short, it's sweet, it's a classic. You can't go wrong. It's a good thing that the translator doesn't take friendly fire, because I would have turned him into ribbons by now. An absolutely undefinable pile of academic meat just sitting on the floor of the temple. Like a dog shit on the side of the sidewalk. Call me Vincent Price, the way I'm turning people into statues and watching them die in a fire. If you get that reference, we can be friends, and if not, we can still be friends, but you'll never get my House of Wax jokes. Which I don't make a lot, but I do make more often than you'd think.
I will not let you reach the sisters.
Oh no, you don't. See, Kratos is usually pro-violence, but he's actually a huge advocate of suicide prevention. It's not for the best reasons, but what are you gonna do?
The words.
Sorry lads, magic refills right there, so you know what I have to do. I mean, I can't let it go to waste, I have to be vicious. Wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like that the door had to suck on that jewel a little before it opened, but whatever works. Feels like it could have just been a jewel hole. Didn't need to be a guy. The god of war games love giving Kratos a little horn to toot. Should have been the god of music, not the god of war. Maybe the god of horn. Does that work? I'm sorry, buddy, but the moment that this fight was set against a giant window, everyone knew you were gonna get thrown through it. Oh, you're hungry, huh? Okay, then you'll love this. Try this, buddy, it's quite filling. What's wrong? I thought you were hungry. I have to reiterate my point from Chains of Olympus, that someone clearly played the end of Ocarina of Time before designing this fight. When will my reflection show who I am? You may feel a small prick. It's me. I'm the small prick.
You continue to defy me?
Knock knock. I lived, bitch. Yeah, it doesn't feel great, does it? Get ready, because this won't either.
Not let you destroy Sparta. The fates have already deemed me victorious.
No, Kratos! Stop!
Aw, man. You weren't supposed to be the one hit by that. We were just talking about how shitty it feels. Oh, whatever. Thanatos walked it off. I walked it off. Zeus walked it off.
Sacrifice yourself.
I'm sure you'll be fine. I remember playing God of War 2 in high school, when I was starting to really get into single-player games, and just losing my mind, that a game could feel this effortlessly cool. I mean, I liked the first one, but 2 feels like they really nailed that action puzzle balance. And they did it with some really clever, engaging puzzles, too. I just love this game, and I'm so excited to commit even more atrocities in the following games. I was gonna dunk on this game for opening with a James Bond style opening, but honestly, once you have enough entries in your series, you're allowed to do a James Bond opening. Remember when Friday the 13th did one? Yeah, that was earned. I still don't really know why they did it, but who am I to fight them on it? Look at this cast of characters that I, theoretically, don't have to murder, but still will just because they side with Zeus. One heel turn could save them, but no, they will choose to get it worse than anyone has ever got it, and it will be their choice. Wow, look at that glowing blue wall that clearly won't be destructible until later, solidifying that I will have to come back here later. So subtle. People really should stop calling me that. It's probably not true anymore. This is gonna suck. Who's the mortal now, shithead? I call forth Phalanx, everyone's favorite Demon Souls boss. It's very nice that the game only took a select few of my upgrades away. The bow? Yeah, we'll take that. The lightning? Yeah, we'll take that. But the double jump glide wings and the perfect parry guard? No, we don't need these. Everyone in the underworld has a couple of those down here. Those aren't unique. They're like those little boy in blue French paintings that caused all those houses to burn down.
Ghost of Sparta, it is you.
Yo, is that Rip Torn?
I thought Zeus would have
Get out of my goddamn scuba gear, you imbecile!
Get out of my goddamn scuba gear, you imbecile!
That's my Rip Torn impression. Hey, Persephone. Remember a couple games ago when I rocked your shit? That was fun. Let's do that again. Oh god, he's called out the spooky, scary skeletons. Hell's strongest power. Hades, Lord of the Dead. More like, hey, these blades are pretty cool, thanks, Clancy Brown. I promise not to use them on you. Sorry, Hades, but it's not every day that you get to steal a ghost. You gotta take your chances when you get them.
Do I mean nothing to you?
You were a means to an end, Gaia. Nothing more.
Poetic irony is a bitch, ain't it, Gaia? You probably shouldn't piss off someone who's mainly known for committing acts of grisly revenge.
My war. Save me now, as you once saved me from Atlas. And I promise to repay you in full.
Shut up, Helios. Nobody remembers the PSP games. So, no head?
A coward's words, Kratos. You don't try to catch me because you know you can't.
Don't say that. You're only ensuring that I do eventually catch you.
Close, Spartan, but you'll have to try hard.
I'd shut up if I were you. You may have been faster than me your entire life, but I only need to be faster than you once to eradicate the entire way that you visualize and understand the concept of living.
Today you may defeat me, but in the end, Kratos, in the end, you'll betray only yourself.
Good point. Still gonna kill you. What's wrong, buddy? I thought I was never gonna catch you. What happened to that? How poetic that Hermes would turn into a bunch of shit-eating gnats. I've previously talked about how much I enjoy rhythm game segments in the middle of non-rhythm game games, and I would like to note that that was the exception. I did not enjoy that. Wow, who knew there were so many hidden chests around the world? I should have pulled off Helios' head in the first game. I could have been so much stronger by now. Oh yeah, I was wondering when I was gonna beat the shit out of Hercules. No time like today. God, that is a large sun. He's gotta be phenomenal at banjo playing and drinking dirt. See, the funny thing about this fight is that Hercules is voiced by Kevin Sorbo, who voiced and played Hercules on Hercules and Xena Warrior Princess. So when you're killing him, it's kind of like you're killing Kevin Sorbo. You can't kill his career though, only Kevin Sorbo can do that. Stop picking me up. I'm just gonna punch you in the face. Come on, man, stop it. I'm gonna do it again. How many times do I have to hammer this into your head? I told you to stop picking me up. Why won't you listen? I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of dogs on the other side, but do whatever you want.
Get away!
Yeah, I wasn't lying about the dogs. It wasn't a metaphor either. It's just a bunch of dogs.
Tell me, has Aphrodite conquered another god of war?
That is a question you should ask your wife.
That's right, I had sex with your wife, who's also technically my sister, but let's not interrogate that any further. I'd like to file this stupid fingernail scene under video game moments that bother me far too often. Okay, that didn't work. Let's try again. Okay, it did work eventually, but only because Kratos killed the god of gravity off screen, I guess. See, that's the kind of precision that I like to see from a potential trauma team surgeon. Also, I completely forgot that this rock is a quest item, so I for a second thought that Kratos just like stole a kidney stone. Remember that time that Rip Torn got so outrageously drunk that he broke into a bank because he thought it was his house? That was funny. He has fittingly promised that most precious to me, the return of my boy Icarus. Yeah, I wouldn't hold out hope on that one.
Good luck with that little whore you call Pandora.
I've heard enough from you. I don't want to hear another thing from you. Get it? Hira? Yeah, it's a good bit. Don't deny it. I'm proud of it. Okay, I understand the gesture. You hated Hira, but what if you still needed that, Kratos? What if we hit the 98% mark and the game decides, you gotta do another MC Escher puzzle before you fight Zeus? Shouldn't have destroyed the little green ring pop. Now you'll never get your revenge, dumbass. Man, something tells me that the god of War Staff loved Cube, but I can't put my finger on it. Now freeze. Okay, I guess we'll all freeze. Pandora, I left you alone for like 2 minutes. How did you already get yourself into a saw trap?
Your quest for Pandora, your pathetic attempt for atonement from the family you slaughtered, has caused nothing but havoc on Olympus. Look around at what you have done.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Stop her, Kratos. Do not let her into the flame.
Well, now I'm gonna let go just to spite you. Wow, crazy. Who would have thought that you'd come back here? It would take some sort of video game super genius to figure that out so early on. Don't worry, Zeus. Thanatos and I survived this, so you should be fine. I'm never gonna stop harping on that. I think it's really dumb that they put that in Ghost of Sparta. Why would they do that? Not all my items. I'm not supposed to lose those until the start of the next game. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you in first person so the player understands the consequences of their actions. Except we already did this at the beginning of the game, so it doesn't hit as hard. Also, we're gonna smear your screen with raspberry jelly. Do you feel guilty yet? Hey Athena, check this shit out. If Zeus can live through it, so can I. Unsurprisingly, that game still rocks super hard. Looks amazing, probably the most fun to play of the original series, and working your way through the Pantheon is just such a cool gimmick for the game. But you know what, I've had enough of Greek mythology. Maybe I'll try some Norse mythology instead. One of the best character design decisions was getting rid of Kratos' dumb flavor saver chin beard combo and just going full dad beard. Like, trust me guys, the dad beard is always better than the alternative. You can't rock mutton chops, you can't rock sideburns. Just succumb to the dad beard. It's only natural. It's hard to make the dad beard look bad.
This knife, it was hers. Now it is yours.
Someday, you are going to use it for story importance. Probably to kill someone, or it'll break and be very sad.
What? He can no longer use it. We can.
Defile every grave you come across, boy. The skeletons should never be at peace.
That's what you get! Boy.
Oh, this kid's gonna be a problem.
Leave my home.
You are going to have to kill me for that to happen.
That can be arranged. Okay, this guy's got some serious juice to him. I gotta start hitting him harder.
Struck a nerve, did I?
Yeah, that's a good start. Man, he really took it out of me. I can't wait to find out that he's actually perfectly fine and I just did jack shit to him.
Leaving so soon?
Come on, man.
It's fine. See?
You're gonna fall through that bridge. Dumbass.
Father, help! Father, help me!
Use the story knife, boy. Very good. I'll make a murderer of you yet. Wait, why am I even fighting you? I'll just use the trap to my advantage. Have fun over there, boys. They can come over. My plan failed. Thank God I'm not the god of strategy. It couldn't be this, right? That'd be too easy. Nope, that's a bunch of fish on a stick. Not a flower. Oh my god, it may be time to get put on my glasses.
This plague of dead is but a symptom of a world out of balance. Something or someone has meddled with powerful forces. That is all I know for sure.
So just existing is messing up this world? That's good. I was worried I'd have to try. Piss off. You claim to be able to fly, yet you couldn't fly away from that. Curious. You know why he lost? He didn't have any fighting spirit. Get it? Spirit? I killed him with a spear, so... Yeah? I'll shut up. Okay, even if that guy wanted to fly away, he couldn't. That one felt kind of mean to do. It was also pretty fun though, so it evens out. It's starting to feel like the elves should have put up guardrails. I mean, that guy would have been fine if you had just followed any OSHA guidelines. Didn't matter that he could fly.
You have to come back. You left me here alone.
Shut up, boy. I must follow the pouch.
Shit, that's a name I've never seen before. Your mom name you after the alphagetti she had in the hospital? Buddy's named like an Undertale word search. I'm gonna take you for a ride, buddy. That was fun. Let's do it again. Okay, again. One more time? Nah, I guess 3 was enough. 3's the limit.
In the light, I felt only moments pass. If that is of some comfort to you.
Why didn't you tell him that before we had to hear him be bitchy and passive-aggressive in the temple?
Should we go back to Midgard? Face the Black
Like,
Breath?
come on, Kratos. So much of the interpersonal drama in this series could be avoided if you just learned how to talk to people like a normal person. No, it's okay, Atreus. I think I got him. Despite all the time I've had in between fighting these guys, I can't think of a better one-liner than "This rocks." Which isn't wrong. It's a cool kill, but it's also like a bad one-liner. And I can do better than that. Go flying, buddy. Yeah, you might be harder to throw.
We're almost at the summit. Nothing's gonna stop us.
Yeah, you should stop talking, boy. Oh, and it's gonna react to the lightning. Oh, he's gonna get it bad. Yeah, no, that's rough. I had a packet of Pop Rocks that did that to me once. Hey now, you're not allowed to do that. This goddamn God of War game has mimics. You know what? You're going off the edge. Atreus, finish the job. That's why I keep you around, boy.
I'm going to cut off your head now.
Fair enough.
So, no head? I promise that's the last time I'll make that joke. In this series, at least. We're done with it.
These arrows are dangerous. They're wicked. You find any more, you destroy them, understand?
Okay, but she didn't get rid of the one holding Atreus' quiver together.
Say it!
I understand.
Almost like that'll come back into play later in the game. You aren't slick, game. I see what you're doing.
Parts of my brain must still be coming back to life. Just need a moment to finish waking up.
He's sleepy.
Hope he's not broken.
So you might even call him Amamir. That was a Spanish joke. If I messed it up, just know that I'm more used to French. And, I don't know, blame the Canadian educational system.
Was there meat on his breath?
Kratos, you could have just asked nicely, you overdramatic bitch. Maybe Thor was able to kill all the giants so easily because they wore explosives as jewelry. I mean, I'd be pretty easy to kill too if I had a necklace made of nitroglycerin. I'm sorry, this elevator has been reserved for an exclusive party. Can I kindly ask you to pack it in and get off my elevator? Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Now, there's still gotta be something better. Well, that's definitely a boss arena.
It's okay, boy. I'm sure there are other shithead sons of gods for you to kill later. We'll get him next time.
Sickness.
My Kratos impression is slowly turning into Optimus Prime.
Smells like rain?
Hey Atreus, if you wanted that chance to kill a god, there he is. Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
You must help him.
Inside.
He said he has a critical case of
This is no
updog.
ordinary illness. I will keep him safe. That's a mother's promise.
You aren't Baldur's mom, are you? Because if so, we're gonna run into a conflict of interest pretty soon here.
A monster.
I know. But I am your monster no longer.
Hell yeah. Friendship ended with the Greek gods. Now the Norse gods are my favorite. Come on, hit me. Now try it again. Hit me. Bitch. Betty didn't see that coming. See, that's like a better one-liner than if I had just crushed his head, because I was running out of one-liners for that death in specific. It was either he listened to too much rock and roll, or he was rocking on heaven's door, or I don't know, something about rock around the clock. All of those suck. Betty didn't see that coming is also bad, but it's better than those. It's all about your priorities.
Kratos.
Ah, shit, not again.
Oh, don't mistake me, brother. From what I heard, the Pantheon had it coming. It's still a bit to take in.
Actually, the only one who had it coming was Aphrodite.
Can't stay away from them, can you?
But again, let's not interrogate that any further.
Did I tell you that I have a son, too?
She's totally Baldur's mom. I'm sorry, but there's like a 98% chance I'm going to eviscerate your child.
We don't have to go right back to Fair's Vault, do we? I mean, we're God. We can do whatever we want, right? What do you really feel like doing right now?
I will show you.
I don't like this. He's only known for a few minutes and it's already going to his head.
The elves forced their affairs upon us.
No, I get it now. We had God things to do, and they were in the way, dragging us into their little problems.
This kid became an asshole really fast.
I mean, just knowing
Hopefully he
that
gets
God
humbled really fast too.
stronger. We're not stopping! Wait! What's that big tin for?
It's probably a bunch of spikes on the ceiling. I hate being right.
Yes, use the cutscene knife, boy.
It's not working! That should have worked!
What? But the cutscene knife always works. How could they trick me like this?
So I'm a man now. Like you?
No. We are not men. We are more than that. The responsibility is far greater. And you must be better than me. Understand?
This is a really nice moment, and I'm 1000% sure that Atreus will not internalize any of it and continue to be an asshole.
Ah, but who's worthy enough to judge?
Quiet head. We are. We know better.
What did I tell you?
Isn't it a lot simpler if they want us dead because we're gods? And they think we're a threat?
I suppose we can't rule it out, but Odin's ways are subtle and his purposes are...
Enough about Odin and his whole stupid family.
Atreus, I will turn this car around, and we will go back to Winnipeg, and you will not get any McDonald's on the way home.
That's what I said to your mother, right before I gave it to her.
That is not how you use the cutscene knife, boy.
Much better knife than mother's.
Also, Kratos voice jokes aside, I'm seriously reevaluating how I told Atreus that he'd get to kill Modi later. That may have backfired.
Haven't you been teaching me to kill?
Not my proudest parenting moment.
Not yet.
I didn't even press the button for him to kill that guy. This doesn't bode well. Well, this sucks for me, but a good ass-kicking might humble the kid. Pros and cons.
It's no use, boy. He's immune to the cutscene knife.
Far from ready. Now would you be so kind?
Oh shit, but you aren't.
Thank you.
You're gonna remember that one when you go to scratch your balls. How does it feel to be a god now?
This discussion is far from over. We are here because of you, boy. Never forget that.
Hopefully that's the end of Atreus' moody asshole arc. Getting stabbed usually makes you reevaluate your priorities. I don't know that from first-hand account, I just hope it would.
You had no right. I had every right. I am your mother.
Oh, who could have ever called it? It was so hard to tell. I'd say go to hell, but we're already in hell, so I guess I'll just tell you to piss off and enjoy the fact that your soul doesn't have to go very far. Ah, shit, are we gonna go first person? Yeah, baby. Look upon the sins of your ghost actions. Oh shit, I guess the fire got him. These pillars kind of feel less like a stage hazard for me, and more like one for the enemies. Because this shit doesn't hurt me, but it sure as hell hurts them. It's like if you were allergic to peanuts and you chose to fight someone in the peanut butter factory. Like, what are you doing, man? Don't do that. Fighting two big enemies at once. Very cool.
Oh, at the same time. Sure.
Oh, that's what I just said. He really is my son. But Mimir, how can you blow the horn if you have no lungs? Actually, you know, this is a world with, like, big serpents and elves and dwarves. That I don't give a shit about how Mimir is playing horns without no lungs. Toot on, little head bro. Go on.
Finally, we're going to Yudna. There's no stopping us now.
Laddie, have you ever heard the term tempting fate?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. We're gonna get to the mouth and Balder, or Freya, or Thor, or another dumb frost giant's gonna be there. Take your votes on which. It could be multiple, actually. I was right. I was right on two fronts. Anyone else want to prove me right?
I had a feeling. Fine.
Stop!
He punched the mistletoe, didn't he?
You're bleeding. Breathe, boy. Breathe.
Not my blood.
Yeah. Did I call that shit? Or did I call that shit? I'm pretty sure I called that shit.
I'm doing wonderful. I've never felt so alive.
Yeah, man, you look great. I love what the evil burning corpse energy has done. You've really made it yours. Oh, we got air combos? I always love air combos. Always cool, always hype. And we're doubling down on the air combos. Let's go! Oh, let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go! Man, parts of this fight really feel like a redo of the Kratos and Deimos versus Thanatos fight from Ghost of Sparta. Kratos and family member teaming up to kick the shit out of a god. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I like it. Oh, he's called in the snake as an assist. That's a bold move. Snake versus giant, it's a 7-3 matchup.
This yellow tint, I recognize it. In the ancient tongue, we call this place Mexico.
Can we go now? We're so close.
Can you not, boy? I'm having an important symbolic moment.
The giants called me Loki?
Ah, that makes sense. You're gonna grow up to have sex with a lot of weird things, kid. Now, I haven't played Ragnarok or its DLC, but so far that's the best God of War game. That Balder fight is one of the most hype things that I've ever played, and I can't believe I never heard anyone talk about it. Past God of War is pretty cool. Like, that's an understatement. That game rules. Ah, yeah, they broke out the Marvel opening. That's how you know this one is pure unfiltered money.
Ready.
I feel like my brain may be operated by two very small idiots. Because when Kratos put his arm around Atreus, just there, part of me said, "Aw, he's proud of his son, that's so sweet." And the other part just started doing the Freddy got fingered proud scene.
Proud?
Proud.
Inside of you are two wolves. One is startlingly sincere, and the other is fixated on an early 2000s Tom Green movie where he jacks off a horse.
I hope Fenrir got some sleep.
For whatever
Maybe
reason,
he'll be ready to eat
the God
when
of
we
War
get home.
games keep bringing me back to Freddy Got Fingered.
Quite sick.
We didn't pull enough emotional strings in the last game. Let's start this one with slow, debilitating dog death.
Oh boy.
That was weird. I dreamed that someone grabbed my boob.
Alright, good fight. Yeah. Fist fight the bear. If Yakuza 5 can do it, so can you. Oh no, I was actually fist fighting my son. Oh, the cycle of violence continues again. Damn you, God of War, you've done it again. Holy shit. Karl Marx?
Don't take all day.
Can we not destroy my house again, please? I just fixed it from the last game.
About time.
Oh man, and I especially fixed the ceiling.
Sorry about your statue, Tyr, you preachy old
Did the same shit to Baldur last game too. You gods have got to learn to not let Kratos be by big swingable things. Okay, damn. I guess I didn't go hard enough.
Oh no. I say when we're done.
Never mind, we're back. Getting my ass kicked was story related.
Till I see the real you. He died of the wounds you gave him. Oh, we got a model father here.
Better than you, jackass. At least one of my kids is still alive.
Be seeing ya.
See you later, Baldur 2.0.
What does he want?
To, pay for the roof.
Oh, well, that's a first.
And keep the change, you bastard!
Ah, Kratos, we could have used that. How are we gonna fix the roof now? I guess we just gotta hope that Brock and Sindri take the Greek drachma.
It'll be easier to explain once we're there.
Did they use the drachma in ancient Greece? I don't know. I don't care.
Say anything else while you...
Oh. They're, running away.
Yeah, if the people who killed several gods in the last game rolled into my town, I'd be scared too. You know, it may be the apocalypse, but there's walkable cities, so it seems like the dwarves have figured shit out. We did it, gang. We destroyed the means of industrialization. Surely we will be heralded as heroes.
I think it's dead.
I mean, sure, but we're probably gonna have to fight whatever killed it.
Hey, I wonder if...
Yeah. Like clockwork. Hooray! Family murder combo.
That one was tough.
Get up!
Oh, not you again. Wow. Even the game doesn't want to fight that enemy again.
Atreus, I hope you are having fun on this log ride. I am not, for gods do not have fun. And we will not collect our photo at the end and frame it in a Callaway Park frame.
Stop it. Stop stop fighting me. I'm white like you. Literally. On the list of character pairings I thought we'd play as, Atreus and Sindri is not one of them.
You sure you want to go in there wearing the very arrow tip that killed her son?
Of course. Lets me establish dominance. Damn. That was a good move. Kratos would be proud about that one. This is a really riveting eating scene. Thank you for this game. Still haven't put up any guardrails, I see.
Surely this will keep the doctors away.
Had Freyr not abandoned the realm, a lasting peace may have formed.
Man, we're getting a lot of talk about Freyr. Which means he's either going to be super helpful or we're going to murder him horrifically. There's not a lot of in-between in these games.
Okay, whoever that is doesn't matter. But for the first time, we know something Odin doesn't. We just saw we can win.
The phrasing of that sentence worries me.
I won't allow prophecy to define.
So does Tyr's lack of reaction, actually.
But we just saw you.
Like, I was thinking earlier that Tyr and Odin have very similar soft-spoken demeanors. And I sort of brushed it off as a coincidence, but, like, I'm uneasy about this whole thing.
There is much to discuss.
I'm not sure that I fully trust him.
Atreus, eat.
This game is just Atreus slowly collecting more father figures. They're like Pokemon to him. Okay, but real talk, what are the odds that Kratos and Atreus have had the talk? Because, like, I'm gonna guess they're very low. Kratos doesn't strike me as being particularly enthusiastic about that. He probably got Mimir to do it for him.
None of this is real!
Hey!
Damn. Prophecy's got him so mad he turned into his persona.
Hey, I,
Killed a flower?
Oh, it's a gift.
Thanks, but, you keep it. Anyway,
Absolutely no Riz. What a failure. Ah, you son of a bitch. I knew they were gonna do it again. I thought they'd wait until later, though. Okay, this Atreus section has officially gone on for way too long. I'm just kind of bored now.
Watch the turn here.
This truly is the second best game about an archer that can turn into a wolf. Oh shit, whatever you do, don't damage my roof anymore. Oh, thank God. Can I take a shot in the dark and assume that's Freyr?
No. No need for threats, brother. Oh, I know that voice.
Oh shit, there we have it. Please don't make me kill you. I would prefer the former choice. You know what? Screw you in particular.
We only learned of it ourselves after Thor and Odin came calling.
To your home? Is it still standing?
He gave us a free skylight.
This is gonna be another Atreus segment, isn't it? God damn it.
The wall! This is Asgard! Hold on! I'm coming!
I'm gonna have to climb that, aren't I? God damn it. Man, this is just like the opening of Mission Impossible 2. But worse, because I know Atreus is never gonna throw exploding sunglasses at the camera. And also, Limp Bizkit didn't do the theme for this game. Aw man, that's a waste of an apple. Only took one bite. Don't you know that those give you health upgrades? I hope I get to kill you.
Well, that was boring. Guess who's next?
Alright, let's do it, you little shit.
Funny thing, I am sure that.
Oh no.
Yes, I am feeling very sure, matter of fact.
Uh-oh. This guy's got some sauce to him. We found my Virgil. This does not bode well for me.
So how'd your father take the news that you decided to accept my invitation?
I don't think we should talk about my father.
That's a cool walking stick. Did someone already talk about walking sticks in this game? Wasn't that already a bit? Oh, it's Tyr.
Okay, next up.
When Atreus gives him the spear, he said something like, I don't need a walking stick, or, did he say I don't need another? Or am I just filling in blanks? Alright, Atreus and Thor. Again, not the combo I thought I'd see in this game, but I'm down for it. Okay, this might seem like a weird way of knowing things, but I already know that this mask has something to do with Loki, because I've seen the movie Son of the Mask.
Mommy. You said mama. Well, can you say dad?
Mother. I wish to speak of this no further.
This might be too obvious, but Kratos did die at the beginning of the game. Like, Thor killed him and then resuscitated him. Would that mess with the prophecy at all? Or am I thinking too hard about this?
Be ready for anything.
Illusions.
Projections, possibly. But assume nothing.
So you're telling me we're probably gonna get some visions of God of War past.
Delightful.
Cool. Definitely new domain for the series. It appears what they really meant is, we're gonna use enemies from past levels so we don't have to design anything new. And honestly, that's fair. Oh yeah, no, I was totally right.
What is this?
That's the noose, brother. The one Odin hanged himself with. As part of his endless, mad quest for secrets of life and death and what have you.
What are you
Didn't Tyr have a noose on when we found him?
Significant to Odin. Perhaps I'll find a
Interesting.
Tell me more of your homeland.
It was violent and cruel.
It existed in a long-lost relic called the PlayStation Portable.
Good hit, brother.
It's an entire game later, and I still don't have another good one-liner for that.
Coming at you!
Oh god. Oh no. That was a very bad time to use Ignite. Oh, this is awful.
Let us return home.
Well, that's the best scene in the game so far. And it's not even close. It feels like something out of the last game, and I say that as a praise of the previous game and a criticism of this one.
Take heart, Brock. We all die sometime. Many of us more than once.
Yeah, you're among friends, Brock. Everyone here has died more than once.
Putting the spirit through her paces. Come on.
Funny how that works, isn't it?
Creative up ahead. Any more guesses, belt boy?
Oh, all right. Gets bigger the more you take away. Is it time?
Today's all right.
Gets bigger the more you take away. Isn't that just a hole? Is that the answer, or is that too simple? That was a weird dream. She didn't even grab my coobs that time. That's a portmanteau of Kratos and boobs for anyone interested.
Well, I suppose I should expect nothing less from half-breeds.
Don't call me a half.
Oh man, I'm gonna love kicking your ass. Anytime, Kratos. Thank you. That's 5. Now I hope you have fun down there. Get down there. Get down there. Now you too. Thought you could evade me, but I'll just find a new way of kicking your ass.
Why didn't that work?
That's just how this game works.
You didn't mess up on purpose.
You've heard of the Hippocratic Oath, now get ready for my spin on it. Rule number 1, do no garm.
Souls are powerful, so I thought maybe Fenrir's could
change its nature.
Yeah, let's see if it took.
Wow, we're getting a lot of conversations about changing the nature of things when people only perceive the form. I wonder if this game was trying to be subtle about its thesis. It's so hard to tell. I guess she wanted to go swimming. Hey, can you hold this for me? Thanks. Who's that? Oh yeah, baby, let's go. I'm gonna love this.
You actually hit me.
Get used to it, you little shit. I'm about to do it a whole lot more.
He's open.
Alright, kiddo. Murder time.
Fuck! That's all this is.
Oh, just kidding. I guess you get mercy. Which is a lot better than you deserve in my eyes.
Oh, now I am definitely going to gut him.
Oh shit. You've heard of the Hippocratic Oath? Get ready for my second twist. Do no harm. No, wait. Arms back.
You.
Get ready to replace that first letter with a D, buddy.
This isn't who you want to be.
Shut up, Mimir. I guarantee it is.
I don't know if we are breaking fate, or fate's breaking us.
Just wanted to make sure.
This is your wolf?
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot you
Were you
existed.
having a moment? It sort of looked like...
It's a shame that Atreus never told Kratos about those little marbles, because I bet Brock and Sindri could make them pretty easy. And then we could have just put Heimdall in one of those, and technically we didn't kill
That
him.
needs work.
Hell, put Thor and Odin in there too. Collect the whole pantheon. Like a shelf of, Mighty Beans. Y'all remember Mighty Beans? I feel like the best plan currently is to take the mask to Angrboda and just, like, leave it there.
I'll get to here.
Because Odin has no idea where it is and can't find the mask without other pieces of it. But that's too smart, so I'm sure Odin or Tyr are just gonna steal it.
Right? Like, what's with him calling you Loki anyway?
That's a good point.
You know that ain't
I didn't even notice that.
Hey! I'm talking to you!
I knew it! Well, kind of. I was right in a few different ways. And not entirely, but I'll still take that. Like 80% is a win. That's a passing grade.
It's really gone.
Atreus, if there was anything we could do, I promise you, we'd be doing it.
I know. It was stupid of me to hope in the first place.
Damn, if only we had someone in our group with the ability to move souls into marbles and then had some empty ones. You know, that would have been crazy. I didn't even want to see the squirrel. I just wanted to hit the chimes. See, if we could just get the gods into a marble, I could do that, but with my fingers. Or not, I'm redeemed, or whatever.
But you're not even...
Have you ever been in love? It's pretty good.
Thanks, I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Have you experienced one of life's joys, kid? No? Eat shit.
Save Asgard.
How long do you think this is gonna take?
Give it a couple minutes. Probably one boss fight's time. Yep, right on cue. Oh shit, we're doing bear combos now. Father-son bear combo time. Hell yeah. Thank you, Kuma from Tekken. That was awesome. Sound Gjallarhorn. Aw. After all these years, Kratos still gets to play his little horn. The horn has been blown once more. Kratos' arc is finally over. Out of my way, asshole.
Keep moving.
Sorry, but I'm in a hurry.
At least.
You know, Odin should probably stop spawning these guys right next to cliffs. It's not really helping his cause.
Open your heart to their suffering. That is your mother's wish. And mine as well.
Oh man.
Today's.
It's a terrible day for Rain. I'm not crying. You're crying. Shut up. They just had to sneak in one last Atreus segment into this game, didn't they?
You be careful. I'm here to fight.
They couldn't help themselves. Kratos from half court. Boom shakalaka.
I am done with you and your son.
Funny, the feeling's mutual. Only my kid already dealt with yours, so now I only have to deal with you. Yeah, do it. Use Mjolnir. Oh well, I tried. Hot damn. Odin didn't even second guess that one. Should have been the god of shot put with that throw. They would have loved him in Greece. Did you just throw a bird at her? That's a terrible plan. Oh no, the terrible plan worked. Yeah, that's my boy. You can throw your mask away. No more pretending. Ow, my ribs. I need those to live. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Alright, let's end this. God of War ended with a two-person combo. Can we get a third in here? Hell yeah, we can.
Sofna. Upfra.
Hey, they're actually doing it. I knew this plan would work.
Sofna.
I also knew that plan would work. This better not be another death prophecy. It is looking more and more like another death prophecy.
Atreus remains.
Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cry again. You assholes. I'm gonna be honest, I still think 2018 is better. I just think it's more consistent and has better emotional moments. But this game's got a few specific standouts that really hit. Brock blessing the spear, Kratos telling Atreus that he should embrace his empathy and not close it off. Really good stuff. But the pacing of it just didn't work as well for me. If this is definitively the last God of War game, I'd be okay with it. It feels like we found a good place to stop. Never mind, we're not done yet. I completely forgot there was DLC for this. Oh, I remember hearing about this now. This is a roguelike. The first thing that comes to mind when you hear God of War.
You're thinking of going back in.
No, I'm going back in.
Oh.
There's a difference.
Don't let me intrude on.
You recognize your own seat, don't you?
Oh no, is that Helios? I hated that guy.
I have not forgotten the debt I owe you.
See, that's how much I hate him. Thinking about him gave me a migraine. Alright, that's enough. Now try and attack me. Bitch.
So I heard myself tell her that I didn't think I could give her what she needed.
Now, I am mad at you.
Pile on, brother. I deserve it.
The levels don't take long to get to, so every time Mimir talks about his crush, I have to stop and wait till he's done talking. I'm a messy bitch like that. You know, I'm on my stomach kicking feet. Tell me more, Mimir. Like, did he have a car?
Congratulations, old friend. You really are going.
Oh shit, not you, I was joking.
Where's Mimir?
Is that
They're
really
breaking
all
out
you have to
Kratos'
say to
most annoying foes.
After all this.
Am I gonna have to fight enemies while I push this again? Oh shit, same guys too. They really went all out. Oh yeah, baby, let's go. Relive that trauma, Kratos. It's gonna be great for you.
I swear you haven't changed one solitary. Brother?
Oh no. I'm so sorry, Mimir. I thought you were a different talking head I knew. How many times are we gonna do this whole, "Oh, Kratos, you have to relive your traumatic memories" song and dance? Because twice in one game under different context already feels a little egregious.
Cyclops. You'll never guess their weak spot.
Is it their ashy elbows? Because they're self-conscious about their bodies?
Kratos? Surely you're not supposed to.
It's okay, Helios, I'm immortal. Oh, never mind. That doesn't make the fire not hurt.
Yeah.
It would be very funny if this ended up being another fake.
The valor to go the distance, I hope.
Kratos knew someone who could go the distance. It was his brother Hercules. He was a prick, but he did have some pretty cool gloves. Oh hell yeah, no shirt Kratos is exactly what I wanted. Free those nips. What did I call them earlier? The Coobs? Let those bad boys sing. Mickly Munir. Oh hell yeah, that's my favorite Melanie Griffith movie.
Oh, I'm back, brother.
Yeah, alright, I'll go another round with Tyr.
When Helios was captured by the god of dreams, the lands fell into darkness and were not restored until his return. I knew exactly what would happen.
That's a cool story, Kratos, but nobody played the PSP games, so no one knows what you're talking about. Not this shithead again. I didn't even get to kill him. I mean, I already did, but I wasn't against doing it again.
I have another cherished weapon from my travels to show you. Ready to see?
Alright, round 3. Starting to see a pattern here.
Be ready.
Kratos, this fight has ended the same way 3 times in a row. You gotta find a different approach. You know, somehow knowing that I won't get to kill this one either makes this fight less interesting.
I have one last weapon to show you. I think you'll enjoy it, if that's the word.
Okay, as long as you promise this is the last one. Final one, let's see if they change it up. Nope. Despite the theme of this DLC, Kratos will never learn. Wow. We really were the God of War Ragnarok Valhalla all along.